From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We still have a couple different wildfires burning within the region, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with the Swat Creek fire burning 2 miles to the north of Lauderdale Junction, just shy of 350 acres, and containment still stuck at 72%. Thankfully, we don't have any evacuations in place with this one. And then for the Williams Mine fire burning to the south of Mount Adams, we did see an update to these numbers finally. Remember, on Friday, it was at 32%. It had been at 32% for a while. Now it's up to 37%. So it's not, we didn't get a huge jump up in containment, but I guess we're still trending in the right direction. Okay, temperatures this morning are quite chilly out there now, down to 35 in the Tri-Cities, 33 in Ellensburg. So some of us might have to break out the ice scraper for this morning. But in general, you will need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll keep it pretty dry for this week. We'll keep it fairly seasonal. There will be some ebbs and flows to it, and some breezes will pick up mainly for the Kittitas Valley on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I'll show you this up and down nature of the high temperatures for this week coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, law enforcement around the region stay busy this weekend with crashes on our roads and other arrests. This one in Kennewick, resulting in a lot more than just a DUI arrest. Details up next. And fire agencies also with a busy weekend as our hot, dry, and windy weather becomes fuel for fires. This one battled in Adams County, what we know so far. Coffee and sports both can energize you, but this story is about NIL, how a WSU alum is on a mission to make the most out of this and help athletes now and in the future.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica has the morning off. A Pasco man is facing charges after Kennewick police say he was found passed out in a stolen vehicle with drugs and a machete. 31-year-old Eduardo Munoz has been arrested on suspicion of DUI, drug possession, obstruction, resisting arrest, and possession of a stolen vehicle. Authorities say they were called to a gas station on the 800 block of West Columbia Drive after Munoz was not responsive in a vehicle that was next to the gas pumps. Officers say Munoz tried to fight them when they tried to arrest him, but he was eventually taken into custody. Upon searching the car, officers say they found auto theft tools, drugs, and a machete hidden near the driver's seat. The vehicle came back as stolen out of Kennewick. The Yakima Police Department is investigating after 2 people were shot and killed over the weekend. Authorities say a 47-year-old woman and a 43-year-old man were shot in the area of Prospect Way and North 66th Avenue. The man died at the scene and the woman died a few hours later at a hospital in Seattle. Investigators say the shooting appears to be related to a domestic violence situation. The identities of the people have not been released. A Wenatchee man has been identified in a fatal motorcycle crash in Yakima County. The crash happened just after noon on Sunday. According to information from the Washington State Patrol, 30-year-old Seth Conyers was driving his motorcycle southbound on SR 821 at Pomona View just outside of Selah. A car being driven by an 82-year-old Yakima woman turned onto Pomona View. When Conyers hit that car, Conyers died at the scene. A 3-year-old in the car was also hurt and taken to the hospital. The crash remains under investigation. Firefighters in Adams County battle a large fire at a property Sunday afternoon. Firefighters with Adams County Fire District 5 responded to that structure fire in the 2100 block of Cunningham Road. When they got to the scene, they could see vegetation and several pieces of property on fire. It took a couple hours for the fire and hotspots to be put out. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. The Adams County Fire Marshal has launched an investigation. The search for a missing man in Kittitas County is still active as of this morning. According to information from the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office, 88-year-old William Charlie Martin of Redmond has been missing since September 24th. His car was found abandoned on September 26th in the Collicum area northwest of Ellensburg. Search crews from several counties in central Washington continue to look for him. Authorities are asking for people who may be out hunting to check game cameras, a feed or cameras for any site of Martin. We'll keep you updated. Mayhem continues in the city of Mabton after a fake robbery scheme to recall petitions against the mayor and the city operating illegally without a budget for all of 2024. But an investigation by Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell finding the city's financial concerns go even deeper. The difficulty in getting the budget together for 2024 started because they never got one approved for 2023. The mayor finally bringing council a proposed budget at Tuesday's meeting, but with missing and inaccurate numbers. The meeting turning ugly.
You don't tell me f you, Maria.
And I really just would like to talk to you about all of these things that are going on.
And it doesn't end there. We'll have that story tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game. In July of 2021, the NCAA announced the creation of the NIL, or what's known as the Name, Image, Likeness. It's a way for college athletes to make money on their likeness. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says one WSU alum is on a mission to make the most out of the NIL.
There is a need to raise funds so that we can pay athletes and acquire the top talent so we can keep competing at the highest level.
Brandon Martin is an alumni and an avid Washington State football fan, and tells me with the landscape of collegiate athletics changing, he's partnering up with the Cougar Collective, a place to connect athletes with business owners to take advantage of the NILs.
As Cougs, we don't have a billionaire donor like Oregon does or whatnot that can just write a blank check. So it really is important for us to come together and use our creative genius and work together.
Martin did get creative. He, along with Indaba Coffee, created Old Crimson Coffee to raise money for the school.
We worked with the Old Crimson Booster Club to design these beautiful, awesome bags.
Former WSU and NFL football player and the founder of the Cougar Collective, Jedediah Collins, says Brendan contacted him about how to raise money for NIL.
I got this idea, and our team, Tim and Luke, ran with it, brought it to fruition, and through a great collaboration, we're going to deliver it.
Martin tells me they already have orders in for it, but it's not about making money. It's about building upon the Go Cougs mentality.
What's great about Washington State University is we always do more with less.
Martin says they were getting in orders from Cougs around the nation. Find out where you can order yours at applevalleynewsnow.com. We'll continue to keep you updated. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, nearly 100 people have died and communities have been left in devastation. The aftermath of Hurricane Helene and the toll it's taken on the nation. And Josh will be back with your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
I am ready to find the second great love of my life.
The Golden Bachelorette, sponsored locally by Legends Casino Hotel. Fun is how we roll.
A local city council meeting turns ugly.
You don't tell me f you, Maria.
And the story didn't end there.
You went you. That's what you said.
Reporter Emily Goodell digs deeper.
May I ask a question?
Watch Apple Valley News Now tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game. Apple Valley News Now is home to top shows from ABC like Dancing with the Stars, The Golden Bachelorette, and the all-new High Potential. And we're home to the #1 news on television, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, plus award-winning local news, including the First Alert Weather Team. And we lead the way in sports with NFL Monday Night Football, college football, including the SEC, and just added the Seattle Kraken. We're Apple Valley News Now, proudly serving South Central Washington and Northern Oregon on your side.
Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Our Seattle Seahawks battle Detroit on Monday Night Football tonight starting at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now prime time. Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Now that's good.
What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus First Alert weather every 10 minutes. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey. Millions took to the high seas for the exciting, scintillating premiere of Dr. Odyssey.
There! Come on.
And Thursday
Singles wing, strap in.
will make your heart race.
I've got no pulse.
Defib, now, stay with me.
Dr. Odyssey, new Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Who's ready to heal with love? I'm gonna sue you.
Your lawyers know where to find me.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you, watch Grey's Anatomy Thursdays. Prosser Memorial Health, this is how we care.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is chilly out there for this morning as we're seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s in Kittitas County. In the Kittitas Valley, we've dropped down to pretty close to freezing, so you might have to break out the ice scraper for this morning. And then in the Yakima Valley, we're probably just a little bit too warm for that with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We're also in the 30s and 40s in the lower Columbia Basin. Look at this, 35 in the Tri-Cities. So there are also maybe some portions of the basin where you would have to maybe defrost your windshield for this morning. Then in the foothills of the Blues, 30s and 40s, although we're much closer to 40 as opposed to 30, and we're in the 20s and 30s in some of the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains in Umatilla County. So here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. I'd actually go with a heavier jacket for this morning, but probably just light jacket stuff by the time we get to the late morning, and then some t-shirt weather by the peak of daytime heating, especially in the direct sunshine. So for today, we'll end up being about 5 to 10 degrees below average for the last day of September with plenty of sunshine and with some pretty light winds. We warm up for Tuesday, we cool off for Wednesday and Thursday, then we warm up again as we head into the weekend. I'll show you those plot lines. Also, I'll tell you if we have any rain in the forecast over the next week. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. The effects of Hurricane Helene are still being felt in several states. That includes North Carolina, where at least 36 people are dead. Maribel Gonzalez reports.
Asheville, North Carolina, where roadways look like rivers.
It's pretty scary. You don't expect it. We weren't really prepared. I thought it was going to rain for a while, and that's about it.
Hard hit Buncombe County, which includes the city of Asheville, more than 150 search and rescue operations were underway over the weekend.
Trees are down. We're clearing those as quick as we can. And a lot of the critical infrastructure that we become used to every day in normal times is now gone, and we have to work around it.
Governor Roy Cooper's major disaster declaration was approved by the Biden administration.
Many people are cut off because roads are impassable. They don't have power or communications.
And many residents and business owners are dealing with a lot of damage, including the Balm Salon in Asheville, where 5 feet of floodwater flowed inside.
I was able to save just a couple of things, but nothing really, like my shears for my stylists and a couple of other like personal items, but basically everything is gone.
Help is on hand. Global Empowerment Mission was handing out water and goods on Sunday, but residents know it will be a while before things get back to normal.
It's undescribable. I don't know, it just was covered in litter and trees and mud, and it's stinky, and it was all the way up the street up here. It just looks like the bottom of a river.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
About 2.5 million people are still without power across 5 states, and downed trees, landslides, and communication issues persist. Helene is also the strongest hurricane on record to slam into Florida's Big Bend region. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest for the presidential candidates out on the campaign trail, and an important piece of history, a rare copy up for auction. And check the couch cushions for some spare change. You'll need at least $1 million. We'll be right back.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Prostate cancer screenings can lead to early detection, which can help with successful treatments. There's more information at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Urology Center, the full spectrum of urology care, now accepting new patients.
Women, were you exposed to Dactyl while you were pregnant? Infant birth defects are caused by this toxic weed killer used in farming, landscaping, and gardening. As a result, the EPA has asked agricultural workers to stop using Dactyl, also known as DCPA. If you or your child was injured by Dactyl, protect your rights for compensation. Call Whites in Luxembourg today at 917-LAWYERS to learn more. That's 917-LAWYERS.
The annual graduated sale is going on now at Woods Nursery and Garden Center in Richland. This end of summer sales event will save you money. 10 to 40% off plants, roses, buy one, get one free. Fall planting is the best time to save at Woods Nursery, serving Eastern Washington for over 50 years. Spruce up your yard with great plants at unbelievable prices. Load up on fall colors now through October 12th. Woods Nursery, serving the Tri-Cities since 1965. Off the bypass on Van Giesen in Richland.
You tell lies, you gamble, and yet you never seem to pay a price for any of it.
When you're cute like me, rules are just a little different.
He's the funniest young genius around.
People talk about me behind my back, but it's about how smart I am.
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
We are part of an operation.
Is this our combat operations center?
We're approaching the gate now. The house is destroyed, but the flag not okay, ain't it?
World News Tonight and Apple Valley News Now, your most trusted local news source.
Hi. Ismail? David. I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir at 3:30 and 5:30. Apple Valley News Now at 5, 6, and 6:30. Our Seattle Seahawks battle Detroit. Monday Night Football tonight at 5 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. You see traffic is moving along quite nicely this morning on the freeway. Temperatures are chilly out there for this morning. We're in the 30s and 40s, so I'm thinking a lot of us will have to defrost the windshield this morning as you're getting ready for work. A little bit later today, it will be warm in the sunshine, although we're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year, but we will have plenty of sunshine, and the winds today will be pretty light overall. And then for tonight, overnight lows dropping down into the 30s and 40s, maybe just a smidge warmer compared to this morning. Not by much, though, so some of us will have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing, and the winds will once again be pretty light. Okay, into tomorrow will be a good deal warmer. We'll be a few degrees above average for this time of the year. A little bit cooler for Wednesday and Thursday, but back to seasonal stuff for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So overall, this is going to be a seasonal next 7 days, and it's going to be a pretty dry next 7 days as well. Yeah, we will have shower chances late Tuesday into Wednesday for the Cascades, and then more small shower chances for Friday and Saturday, but also up in the Cascades. So just to reiterate, this is going to be a seasonal and overall fairly dry 7-day forecast. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be room temperature for today near 80 for Tuesday, then cooler again by Wednesday. Staying dry and mostly sunny throughout the week. And then for Yakima, a mixture of 60s and 70s throughout the week with mostly clear skies. We'll be flirting with frosty conditions again on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. For Ellensburg, we'll have breezes picking up for Tuesday and Wednesday as highs drop off again by Wednesday. And we'll be keeping it dry and mostly sunny through the week. For Hermiston, comfortable highs today, a little bit warmer for Tuesday, but seasonal again by Wednesday. Dry and lots of sunshine for this week. Then for Walla Walla, quite mild today with mid-60s. We'll bounce between the 60s and 70s for this week, bouncing back up into the mid-70s by Tuesday. And then we'll have plenty of sunshine and we'll be keeping it dry through the weekend.
A rare copy of the United States Constitution is now on the auction block. It's a printed original from 1787, one of the first copies of the U.S. Constitution that Congress sent to the 13 colonies for ratification. This copy is only the 9th of its kind known to still exist. An appraiser discovered the historic document in a filing cabinet at the Hayes Plantation in Edenton, North Carolina. Brunk Auction says the copy is being auctioned. It's folded and lightly strained, but in good condition. The opening bid is $1 million. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, will Beetlejuice stay at the top, or will a wild robot take over the box office? We've got your entertainment headlines up next. We'll be right back.
A local city council meeting turns ugly.
You don't tell me you, Maria.
And the story didn't end there.
You win. You. That's what you said.
Reporter Emily Goodell digs deeper.
May I ask a question?
Watch Apple Valley News Now tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game.
SoCal Tower, it's some kind of insect. That's a beast. Oh, no!
That plane's coming right at us.
Mayday! Mayday!
Thursday, brace yourself. The riveting 911 3-part season premiere event continues.
Athena's on that flight, isn't she?
She's flying it.
Of course she is.
Hold on! 911, the 3-part season premiere event continues Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Apple Valley News Now is home to great shows like Shark Tank, Jimmy Kimmel, and Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
And we're home to the #1 news on television, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, plus award-winning local news, including the First Alert Weather Team. And we lead the way in sports with NFL Monday Night Football, college football, including the SEC, and just added the Seattle Kraken. We're Apple Valley News Now, proudly serving South Central Washington and Northern Oregon on your side.
Harris, Walz, Trump, Vance. Now this Tuesday night, with just weeks to go until Election Day, the vice presidential candidates face each other and face off. Tim Walz, J.D. Vance, the vice presidential debate. The night starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, live with the ABC News event special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the ABC News Powerhouse political team. Tuesday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
Can you imagine what, like, our grandkids, if they got into our phone and looked at...
especially your phone, because your phone is riddled with selfies.
Next Live, Liam Hemsworth and Felicity Huffman.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back. A new movie finally pushed Beetlejuice from the top of the box office chart.
Was it the epic science fiction fable or the animated adventure?
David Daniel has the weekend estimates.
She's pretty freaked out.
Speak No Evil fell to 5th place on ticket sales of $4.3 million. The Indian action drama Devara Part 1 opened in 4th place, taking in $5.6 million. Transformers 1 took 3rd place with a sophomore weekend worth $9.3 million.
If you say his name 3 times, he will appear. Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose. After 3 weekends on top, Beetlejuice fell to 2nd, but made another $16 million for a domestic total of $250 million.
I am Rosm 7134. A Rosm always completes its task.
The Wild Robot, based on the children's book series, earned $35 million to debut #1. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Josh says he's out of touch because he doesn't know what the Wild Robot is.
It's #1 in the country, and I hadn't even heard of it before seeing that package.
No,
so
I hadn't either, to be totally honest.
I need to get out from under the rock I live under currently.
Well, Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's $120 million self-financed passion project, opened in 6th place with a disappointing $4 million. Do you plan on seeing any of these?
No, I'm sorry.
I had a friend tell me this weekend that I needed to see Beetlejuice. So I've seen the first one. Everyone's seen the first one. So gotta.
Hey, I heard the juice is loose.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, big changes are happening at the Tri-Cities Airport. It's going to be a new daily flight and more parking available. Details up next. Plus, if you're the victim of identity theft through a data breach, where you can go to begin to sort through the financial side, Consumer Reports has the answers you'll need. That's next.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
Millions took to the high seas for the exciting, scintillating premiere of Dr. Odyssey.
There! Come on.
And Thursday,
Singles wing, strap in.
will make your heart race.
I've got no pulse. Defib, now, stay with me.
Dr. Odyssey, new Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The Urology Center at Prosser Memorial Health offers the full spectrum of urology care. Services include kidney stone removal, vasectomy, prostate care and surgery, and treatment for bladder and kidney cancers. Board-certified urologist Dr. Thomas Tu is now accepting new patients.
To build a service that's available for patients here, but to really grow and potentially expand that footprint for Prosser overall is well within our reach.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways, like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day.
Here we go.
Or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We
got you.
Are we happy? We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Harris, Walz, Trump, Vance. Now this Tuesday night, with just weeks to go until Election Day, the vice presidential candidates face each other and face off. Tim Walz, J.D. Vance, the vice presidential debate. The night starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, live with the ABC News event special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the ABC News Powerhouse political team. Tuesday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Our Seattle Seahawks battle Detroit on Monday Night Football tonight starting at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
I am ready to find the second great love of my life.
The Golden Bachelorette, sponsored locally by Legends Casino Hotel. Fun is how we roll.
To all our viewers in the Pacific Northwest, this is your special invitation to watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now, K-View, Channel 42, and CAP, Channel 35.
That's what you said.
City Council crisis tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Cole.
So we have been talking in the studio. It is so cold this morning. It's the first day we've gone in here and said, "Whew, it's a little on the chilly side."
I mean, it's typically pretty cold in the studio, but I'm scared. I'm scared about that walk out to my truck after the show. I'm pretty scared about that. So I'll just have to build up the nerves until then. Okay, right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of our very own studios. This camera right on top of our heads this morning. Looks like it's pretty clear skies out there for this morning. Could have a few clouds, but plenty of sunshine is expected a little bit later today. Temperatures right now are in the 30s and 40s. We're officially at freezing in Connell. There's a handful of us in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, also in the basin, that are flirting with freezing for this morning. So some of us might have to break out an ice scraper, an old gift cart, something of the sort. But a little bit later today, again, plenty of sunshine. will be room temperature when it's all said and done, which actually means we'll be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for the last day of September. And the last day of September is pretty significant because that means that we've reached the end of our water year. So I'll have a look back at the 2023-2024 water year. I'll show you if we were above average, below average, right at average. So that is going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Cadlick, along with the Benton Franklin Health District and Youth Access and Resource Program, hosted a firearm lockbox giveaway. According to Courtney Armstrong with Cadlick, firearms are used in more than half of the suicides in the nation and growing, which is why Armstrong says holding events like this is so important.
The purpose of the event is to promote safe storage of firearms as a means to prevent suicide. And we will be also providing some safe storage education and suicide prevention materials.
The event this weekend was free and open to the public. We'll get information on when the next event is and keep you updated. The SEIU and Cadlick continue their negotiations for caregivers in service and tech roles at Cadlick. The union has not accepted Cadlick's offer on pay raises and other negotiations. Cadlick says it offered an immediate wage increase, averaging 15.98%. The hospital says it is hopeful an agreement will come soon. Governor Inslee has issued an emergency proclamation for an overpass in Walla Walla County. The Deputy Michael Estes overpass on SR 124 was damaged on September 1st after it was hit by a truck with a load that was over the posted height. Washington's Department of Transportation is urgently recommending the bridge be fixed immediately. The overpass needs a girder replacement, and the estimated cost is over $3.3 million. Governor Inslee's emergency proclamation will activate the state's emergency management plan, which directs state agencies to use state resources to assist. It seems like there's always news of another data breach, like the recent one at a huge data broker that could potentially affect tens of millions of people. Whether you've been a victim or want to be proactive in protecting your personal information, Consumer Reports explains what you can do now before hackers strike.
Like many of us, Consumer Reports tech editor Nicholas DeLeon knows how it feels to be the victim of a data breach. His advice?
Don't panic. My social security number was stolen in that big Equifax hack, and I was eventually able to sort everything out.
One important step Nicholas took, freezing his credit at the big three credit agencies, a move CR generally recommends since it can help prevent criminals from opening new accounts in your name.
The thing is, anytime you need credit, say you're going to rent an apartment or you're going to buy a new phone, you'll need to unfreeze your credit to do so. You can do all of this by simply calling the credit agency and asking them to freeze and unfreeze your credit as needed.
A less restrictive option, contacting the credit agencies to put a fraud alert on your credit. This alerts lenders to take extra steps to verify someone's identity because their personal information may have been compromised. It's also a good idea to keep an eye on your free weekly credit reports, credit score, and credit card statements.
And if you ever notice any weird or unauthorized charges on your credit card statement, you should immediately contact the issuer.
Finally, if you're a victim of a data breach, be sure to change your password not only on your hacked account, but also anywhere else you've used it. And a pro tip, instead of reusing passwords in the future, consider using a password manager. They generate and store unique, complex passwords for each of your accounts. Many will also alert users if their password was leaked in a data breach, including CR recommended password managers from 1Password, Dashlane, and Keeper. This is Marcy Whalen.
Consumer Reports also suggests getting rid of any online accounts you no longer use, since having too many digital accounts increases the risk of your data being misused or stolen. Big changes at the Tri-Cities Airport are coming up. Starting October 1st, tomorrow, there will be a daily flight to Los Angeles. The airport has added 500 new parking spots, so it shouldn't be an issue with additional flights. The director of PSC says that mornings are going to be the busiest time at the airport and has this advice for travelers even now before the holiday season.
The one thing that it is very important for everyone to know that's traveling out now is make sure you get to the airport very early, 90 minutes to 2 hours, specifically in that morning flight. Because starting October 1, we're going to have 9 flights leaving between 5 and 7.
There are also new food options for travelers at the airport, as well as another TSA checkpoint line. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at the life and legacy of Chris Christopherson, the things you thought you knew and never knew about the actor, singer, and songwriter. And Josh will have your forecast. We'll be right back.
Our Seattle Seahawks battle Detroit. Monday Night Football tonight at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in store today. Save on Hampton Farms shelled peanuts, hot price at just $6.99. Find Blue Fire 1-pound camping propane canisters for just $3.99. Save up to $8 on Rain-X Longitude wiper blades. Plus save $5 on Savory Prime 2-pound bags of pet treats. Celebrating 20 years of employee ownership. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart.
It's the fall savings event at Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company. Get 10% off custom buildings and mention this ad to get an additional $250 in free options. That's right. From now until the end of the month, get 20% off all our in-stock inventory. We offer free and fast delivery, and we're committed to unbeatable quality and service. Come visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company for the best deals of the season.
Bleeding gums are a key indicator that you suffer from gum disease. They're also an early warning sign for over 20 serious medical disorders like diabetes.
If you already have diabetes, gum disease can make it more difficult to control by increasing blood sugar levels. A1C levels drop dramatically when treating gum disease and improving nutrition. Gum disease bacteria returns in only 21 to 60 days after a cleaning. This is why consistency is key. Do not put your healthcare at risk. Here at Avanta Dental, we have the knowledge and capabilities to effectively optimize your oral health.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
A local city council meeting turns ugly.
You don't tell me you, Maria.
And the story didn't end there.
You win. You. That's what you said.
Reporter Emily Goodell digs deeper.
May I ask a question?
Watch Apple Valley News Now tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game.
You tell lies, you gamble, and yet you never seem to pay a price for any of it.
When you're cute like me, rules are just a little different.
He's the funniest young genius around.
People talk about me behind my back, but it's about how smart I am.
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Now that's good.
What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Tuesday night, with just weeks to go until Election Day. Watch the vice presidential debate live on ABC. The night starts with the ABC News special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the ABC News political team. Tuesday night on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. A little bit later today, it is going to be sunny and it is going to be sub-seasonal. It will be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for the last day of September. We'll have temperatures today in the 60s in Kittitas County, mid to upper 60s in the Kittitas Valley with plenty of sunshine. And then in the Yakima Valley, we'll have temperatures also in the mid to upper 60s. Lots of sunshine, light winds overall. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, we'll be within striking distance of 70, but I think most of us probably fall short of that for today. Also plenty of sunshine, also light winds, and you can say the same thing again for the foothills of the Blues and for the Blue Mountains, as temperatures will mostly be in the 60s. All right, like I was saying just a few minutes back, today is the last day of September, which means that it is the last day of the water year. And the water year goes from the 1st of October to the last of September. So from the 1st of October 2023 to the last of September, so for today, here's where things stand in terms of rainfall and melted snowfall compared to average. And 4 out of these 5 cities are below average. We're a little bit above average for Hermiston. We're not too far behind average for the Tri-Cities, but in the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys and the Blue Foothills, it was a pretty tough water year. Hopefully we can have a better one, which starts tomorrow. So we wipe the slate clean. And I'll show you if we have any rainfall in the forecast over the next 7 days. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Star is Born helped birth the superstardom of actor, singer, songwriter Kris Kristofferson. A family spokeswoman says the Hollywood and country music legend passed away peacefully at his home in Hawaii over the weekend, surrounded by his family at the age of 88. But for nearly a century, Kristofferson gave us so many memories in film and music, with songs treasured by music's greatest stars. Here's ABC's Danny New.
A star is gone today. But his music lives on forever. Kris Kristofferson, legendary singer, songwriter, and actor, has died at the age of 88. Folks may have first gotten to know his songs after they were initially recorded by other artists, like Janis Joplin and her signature #1 hit, Me and Bobby McGee. Well, I woke up Sunday morning. Or Johnny Cash's #1 hit on the country chart, Sunday Morning Coming Down. At his 2004 induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, Kristofferson credited Cash and his wife, June Carter Cash, for helping him get his start in the music industry.
I want to thank John and June for endorsing me back when nobody knew me.
But before writing those songs and eventually becoming a star for singing his songs,
loving her was easier.
Kristofferson lived many lives. He was a boxer, a Rhodes Scholar who studied in Oxford, and a helicopter pilot for the Army. But he would ultimately turn down a gig to teach English at West Point so he could pursue music in Nashville. It was there he met Johnny Cash.
Gonna make it. Don't look down.
But in 1976, what catapulted Kristofferson to wide-scale fame was when he starred alongside Barbra Streisand in the third production of A Star is Born. He would win a Golden Globe for the role.
And when the arch broke off, they said that I got killed.
However, despite his continuously successful movie career, he would always come back to his music. He scored a #1 hit with the country supergroup The Highwaymen in the mid-'80s, alongside longtime friends Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and Waylon Jennings. In 2015, he told the Las Vegas Review-Journal, "That's what I am, is a songwriter."
Kristofferson is also well known for starring alongside Wesley Snipes in the Blade trilogy. He played his mentor, Abraham Whistler. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. The morning sprint is next, and Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth has a look at your forecast. Stay with us.
You got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, 48 months, no interest. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Board-certified family medicine provider Dr. Michael Adling is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include annual physicals and preventative care, well child exams, the treatment of cold and flu, acute illnesses, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Adling, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075. Or to learn more about his services, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Apple Valley News Now is home to top shows from ABC, like Grey's Anatomy, 911, and Abbott Elementary. And we're home to the #1 news on television, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, plus award-winning local news, including the First Alert Weather Team. And we lead the way in sports with NFL Monday Night Football, college football, including the SEC, and just added the Seattle Kraken. We're Apple Valley News Now, proudly serving South Central Washington and Northern Oregon on your side.
SoCal Tower, it's some kind of insect. That's a beast. Oh, no!
That plane's coming right at us.
Mayday! Mayday!
Thursday, brace yourself. The riveting 911 3-part season premiere event continues.
Athena's on that flight, isn't she?
She's flying it.
Of course she is.
911, the three-part season premiere event, continues Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Our Seattle Seahawks battle Detroit on Monday Night Football tonight starting at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
Can you imagine what, our grandkids, if they got into our phone and looked at...
especially your phone, because your phone is riddled with selfies.
Next Live, Liam Hemsworth and Felicity Huffman.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Dreaming of the delightful drowsiness of the perfect mattress? Then the 4-day super sale is for you. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 48 months no interest and free shipping. Score sweet savings on some serious shut-eye only at Denver Mattress.
That's what you said.
City Council crisis tonight after the Seahawks-Lions game. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a look at clear skies in the Yakima Valley. This view coming courtesy of Bimart. Should be plenty of sunshine a little bit later in the day. Right now it is chilly and we need the sunshine to warm up as we're right around freezing in the valleys. Also some select locations of the basin also pretty close to freezing. So some of us might have to use the defrost for this morning. A little bit later today, we'll be up into the mid to upper 60s, about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. But if you're standing in the sunshine, it should feel warmer than that, and we'll have plenty of that for today. Winds will be fairly light. And then for tonight, overnight lows dropping off into the 30s and 40s. Clear skies and light winds. Maybe will be just a smidge warmer compared to what we're seeing for this morning. Okay, so below average for today, above average for tomorrow by about 3 degrees, below average again for Wednesday and Thursday, and then finally seasonal for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you average all this out, we're going to have pretty average high temperatures over the next 7 days, and we'll keep it pretty dry. There is a little chance for some showers late on Tuesday into early on Wednesday for the Cascades. More shower chances into Friday and Saturday, but that'll also be pretty Cascade-centric as the rest of us are going to keep it pretty dry over the next 7 days. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be room temperature for today near 80 for Tuesday, then cooler again by Wednesday, staying dry and mostly sunny throughout the week. And then for Yakima, we'll have a mixture of 60s and 70s throughout the week with mostly clear skies. We'll be flirting with frosty conditions again on Wednesday night. Then in Ellensburg, we'll have breezes picking up for Tuesday and Wednesday as highs drop off again by Wednesday. We'll be keeping it dry and mostly sunny through the week. Then for Hermiston, comfortable highs today, a little bit warmer for Tuesday, but seasonal again by Wednesday, dry and lots of sunshine for this week. Then for Walla Walla, quite mild today with mid-60s. We'll bounce between the 60s and 70s this week, and then plenty of sunshine and keeping it dry through the weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, bracing for a strike.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down.
With negotiations at a standstill between the Longshoremen's Union and the Shipping Industry Group, 14 ports along the east and Gulf coasts from Boston to Houston could halt operations at midnight tonight, unable to load cargo on or off container ships. A prolonged strike could result in delayed shipping times and higher costs for businesses like this toy store in Maryland, ahead of the critical holiday shopping season.
A strike could totally hurt the business for the year. The store gets kind of a whole transformation from Christmas time.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the latest on what President Biden is saying about if he'll get involved to avert a strike. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Baltimore.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-AChR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal, and other types of infections. Complete or update your meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. If Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain, tiredness, dizziness, limb discomfort, or bad taste. Ultomiris is moving forward with continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Now, the morning sprint.
The time right now is 6:50. It's time to get to your morning sprint. Let's take a look at your national headlines this morning. At least 93 people are dead after Hurricane Helene tore through the southeastern United States over the weekend. 36 people died in North Carolina, one of the hardest hit states. The state is now dealing with catastrophic flooding, the governor calling it one of the worst storms in modern history. Several communities left devastated, hundreds of people with nothing left to go home to. There's no running water, no power, and no cell reception. The owner of the Carolina Panthers NFL team and his wife made a $3 million commitment to Hurricane Helene relief efforts. David and Nicole Tepper say the funds will help support immediate and long-term humanitarian aid and recovery efforts throughout the Carolinas. The money will assist food banks and pantries, community foundations, and other service agencies. Meanwhile, the owners of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have pledged to donate $1 million to help Floridians impacted by the storm. In your business headlines this morning, longshore workers at East and Gulf Coast ports could go on strike Tuesday, which could choke off many popular products all the way out here in the Pacific Northwest. It could lead to shortages of chocolate, alcohol, and popular fruits, including bananas and cherries. An extended strike could also lead to shortages of certain cars. On top of that, it could mean higher prices for the goods that are available. Halloween is almost a month away, and Uber has announced a new partnership with the largest Halloween retailer in North America. The rideshare company will now deliver costumes, makeup, and even decorations from Spirit Halloween. In your health headlines this morning, cases of whooping cough are surging in the U.S. 5 times higher than the same point last year, according to preliminary data from the CDC. The CDC says early symptoms can mimic a common cold. 1 to 2 weeks after those start, there can be rapid, violent, and uncontrolled coughing fits, and it can last up to 10 weeks. The CDC says the best way to stay healthy is to get vaccinated. In your local headlines this morning, a Pasco man is facing charges after Kennewick police say he was found passed out in a stolen vehicle with drugs and a machete. 31-year-old Eduardo Munoz has been arrested on suspicion of DUI, drug possession, obstruction, resisting arrest, and possession of a stolen vehicle. Authorities called to a gas station on Columbia Drive say they found Munoz unresponsive in a car near the gas pumps. Officers say Munoz tried to fight them, but he was eventually taken into custody. In the car, auto theft tools, drugs, and a machete hidden near the driver's seat. The car stolen out of Kennewick. The Yakima Police Department is investigating after 2 people were shot and killed over the weekend. Authorities say a 47-year-old woman and a 43-year-old man were shot in the area of Prospect Way and North 66th Avenue. The man died at the scene and the woman died a few hours later at a hospital in Seattle. Investigators say the shooting appears to be related to a domestic violence situation and their identities have not yet been released. Kittitas County Solid Waste will be breaking ground on the new Lower County Transfer Station. That's happening today at 11:30 this morning at 2603 Green Avenue in Ellensburg on the east side of US 97 south of Old Highway 10. It'll be a 39-acre site with a 26,000 square foot transfer station building. There will also be a composting operation, a moderate risk waste facility, and a recycling depot. That project is expected to be completed by January 2026. The Kennewick chapter, DAR, is hosting a check presentation to the Mid-Columbia Libraries today. The DAR is a nonprofit volunteer women's service organization. Members can track their bloodline lineage back to an ancestor who fought or aided in the fight for independence during the Revolutionary War. $500 is going to the Mid-Columbia Library System for books for 3rd through 6th graders to reflect America's fight for independence. This event is happening this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. at the Keewaydin Park Mid-Columbia Library branch. And a travel alert starting today, a section of Road 68 in Pasco will be closed throughout the week. There will be a temporary gravel road just east of Three Rivers Drive. This temporary road is being made specifically for this construction project. There will be signs posted for drivers, and the temporary road should help with delays, but you should plan for longer travel times this week. Could the next Miss Universe be an 80-year-old woman from South Korea? Her fans are doing everything they can to make that happen.
Yeah, Riley, Choi Soon-hwa is the oldest contestant to reach the finals of Miss Universe Korea. She used to be a full-time medical caregiver, and it was one of her patients who told her she should be a model. Choi and 31 others are competing at the Miss Universe pageant in Mexico.
I'm glad she took that advice. This is the first year the pageant has dropped age limits. Choi's message to the world is you have to do what you want to do, what you gave up to raise your kids.
Fans of the late singer Prince will soon be able to pay homage to his masterpiece Purple Rain from Prince's hometown.
Up to 4 Airbnb guests will be able to stay at the newly restored Purple Rain House in Minneapolis. This comes in celebration of the film's 40th anniversary starring the late singer. Airbnb says the house will be available for 25 total one-night stays from October 26th to December 14th.
Fans will be able to see exclusive pieces and memorabilia. They will also hear unreleased tracks from the late singer's personal collection. Guests can begin making requests online starting October 2nd through the 6th, and each day will be $7 a night.
That's a great deal, and I'm sure that's going to be something like first come, first serve for people who sign up.
I'm sure the link to sign up for that will be broken ASAP. Okay, let's go ahead and pivot to weather real quick. Nothing purple on the temperature map, but there are some shades of blues out there as we have 30s and 40s. Some of us might have to utilize the defrost this morning, but a little bit later today we will thaw out. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees below average, though, for this time of the year. A little bit warmer for Tuesday, a little bit cooler for Wednesday and Thursday. Seasonal by Friday, and pretty dry for the next 7 days.
All right, thank you for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
GMA is next, and we'll be back tonight before and after the football game. Go Seahawks. Have a great day.